The Cardinals-Cub battle. Those two ancient antagonists going head-to-head in Chicago. There are those dressed in Cubs blue and many dressed in Cardinals red. It's the Cubs and Cardinals head-to-head. ESPN Sunday Night Baseball presented by Taco Bell. And the St. Louis Cardinals atop the National League Central versus the Chicago Cubs. And the Cubs, although struggling this year, with a win tonight, will take 3 out of 4 in the series. Home runs, Lee number 2. Albert is first in us.
And Derek Lee, because he's taller, has a little more leverage. But Albert Pujols, it doesn't get any better than that.
We saw him on Sunday Night Baseball 3 weeks ago in St. Louis. He allowed 3 homers to the Cardinals in the very first inning. That's been a little problem he's had to deal with here lately. He's going against the veteran Matt Morris. Morris is having an excellent year after his surgery. He is 12-4.
ESPN Sunday Night Baseball is presented by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. And in part by Ramada Worldwide. Please visit Ramada.com today, where you'll receive our best available rate, or it's free. And Cooper Tires. Don't give up a thing.
Welcome back to the friendly confines of Wrigley Field on Sunday Night Baseball, presented by Taco Bell for the Cardinals and Cubs. Available each week on high definition here on ESPN HD. I'm Erin Andrews. Well, since mid-June, the St. Louis Cardinals have enjoyed such a comfortable lead in the NL Central. And keep in mind, they're winning despite the fact that they have 4 of their everyday players on the DL since mid-July. Now,
and Pryor has not been the overpowering Pryor, at least not lately. There's a couple of Nomar fans, and they're right up to date, not wearing Nomar Red Sox jerseys, but Nomar Cubs jerseys. And here's Eckstein, 271 average, 5 home runs and 41 batted in. And that first pitch sinks low for ball 1, and we are underway at Wrigley Field.
And John, that was a great example of what I was just talking about. See, the ball that was down, you could see the movement on that pitch. When he's been getting the ball up, it hasn't moved as much.
Wow, where was that one? I thought that looked pretty good, Joe. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, Bruce Fromming will kick you out too, John.
Well,
Bruce doesn't take any second guessing.
That's a strike. See, I waited for him to make the call.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with Bruce. Just that one pitch I thought looked like it was right in there. 2-1 the count. Eckstein into center field. There is Patterson. Since we last saw the Cubs last Sunday on Sunday Night Baseball, Corey Patterson has returned to the big leagues. Some success against Morris in the past, a .350 average against him, and 2 home runs in 20 at-bats.
Just fouled it off.
Well, it's 0-2 now, and a fastball. And they got 2 men on here with Liam Ramirez coming up. Now that was it. Oh, man, was the hammer. Good idea to have 2 men on and nobody out. I also brought up, there's Yadier Molina. He might be ready to go in another week or so. He 2-2 the count, and that's too low. Dug out of the dirt by
times when guys run.
3-2. There you go. Center field. Edmonds going back. Edmonds there now, and he makes the catch. Back to second. Beautiful. Not only in Wrigley Field, but all around Wrigley Field. And that slider is bounced foul over toward the Cubs dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the look west from Wrigley. And into the ballpark. Out toward the lakefront. That sun is reflecting off a lot of the windows in some of the high-rises nearby. 2-2 count. Fastball struck him out.
We never stop working for you. And State Farm. It's no accident State Farm insures more cars than anyone else.
The skyline of Chicago is seen from Lake Michigan. Sunday Night Baseball at Wrigley Field. I'm John Mellon with Joe Morgan. Your Sunday night telecasters, Erin Andrews, is here with us as well. There's the hand-operated scoreboard out in center field, and a bloop by Eckstein, and Walker, no. That's a base hit. Well, Eckstein, who lined to center,
Off good pitches and hope that the pitcher will give them a better pitch to hit in the same at bat.
2-2 the count. That's a double play ball. They get 1. Nomar to first. And the inning is over. 2-1 Cubs. Walker, then Derek Lee coming up. In the month of August, look at that curveball from Matt Morris. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, if he goes after that pitch, he's going to hit less than 261. He's thrown him 2 perfect curveballs. A knee-high diving over the outside corner.
He was a rookie. Derek Lee put it all together this year for the first time. Hit hard into right center, but there's Taguchi.
And they had him played perfectly, John. They're giving him the right field line, and they're cutting off that gap in right center with a lot of...
From the rooftop in at Wrigley Field. The one thing I like about that, Joe, you get the whole panorama from out there. You know, you experience, you can see the game, but you kind of experience the whole panorama of Wrigley Field versus being in it. I mean, you get the feel for being in it, but you're surrounded by it. Matt Morris, and the struggles continue for Burnitz here in August. On to the 4th inning, Jim Edmonds coming up. 2-1, the Cubs lead the Cardinals.
Jose Macias, pinch hit single right up the middle off Matt Morris. 2 score. Cubbies take a 5-3 lead. Top of the 8th, Kerry Wood in to relieve Mark Pryor, and Wood strikes out Jim Edmonds, swinging. 2 batters later, gets Mark Grudzalanic. Next batter, So Taguchi. So long. Wood goes 2 innings, K's 4, 0 runs. Top of the 9th, 1-run game. Tying run on second for Albert Pujols. But the 4-3 put up gives Ryan Dempster the save. 5-4. Cubbies take 3 of 4 at home versus the best in the end.
He's trying to throw that breaking ball for a strike behind in the count, and that's something that he's going to have to be able to do as he climbs up the ladder to the higher levels. But you got to remember, this kid's 20 years old. He's only a couple years out of high school, and he's playing against guys, the guy at second base who's been playing the last couple weeks in the big league. So it's tall.
Inside, and the 3rd walk issued by Pomerantz here in the 1st. That'll reload the bases. You down, does he ever say anything to you mechanically, like, well, you're dipping your shoulder, you're doing this or that, or is it more of a pep talk than anything else?
Well, it depends on who it is, but Dave Duncan was so good at coming out at the right time and just trying to calm you down, refresh your memory, because when you got a lot of traffic on the bases, a lot of times things start spinning in your head.
They're not interested in the game itself. Right now the Wranglers lead as we go to the 2nd inning, 1-0. Tonight, it's a special live present FSN Midwest. So we go to the 2nd inning. Let's see if Stuart Pomerantz can settle down a bit. He walked 3 in that 1st inning, but really wiggled off a big hook as he gave up only 1 run. 1 hit for the Wranglers. That belonged to Justin Huber, a single. So the Wranglers will send up Matt Tupman, Rudy Gomez, and then back to the top of the order, Mel.
Ground of the second baseman. Then to try to strike the guy out.
Early in your career, it was kind of a macho thing to do, wasn't it? Strike out the side?
Absolutely. I was talking to Frank White earlier, and these guys play at Lawrence Dumont Stadium out in Wichita, and he said there was a plaque with my name on it. They have a lot of the former players that played there, and that I had 16 strikeouts in the game, and I said, I don't think I struck out 16 guys. The last was just perfect.
A flare into left field, but boy, positioned perfectly, Cody Harther.
Good scouting report right there.
It's going to be Missouri State, I know, later on this year. But they built it for SMS, hoping that they would get a minor league team here. Of course, they had minor league baseball in Springfield way back in the 20s and 30s, but it's been 55 years.
Well, the fans certainly love this ballpark, and there's no reason not to. And they've been showing up, as Matt Gifford talked in the open, they've been showing up in groves, and they've got a good product to watch and a great organization to follow.
Now that's more like it for Pomerantz as the Wranglers go 1-2-3. Stalker with a fly ball to Boyd. We go to the bottom of the 2nd, still 1-0 Wichita.
Biggest off-season acquisition, Springfield Cardinals baseball. The game.
With us tonight, Ned Reynolds. Where in the world are you?
Dave Armstrong, you are entirely too kind. We're down in the right.
Yeah, you don't see too many starting pitchers start off in the stretch, but doesn't seem uncommon because of the fact that he's been in the bullpen. In fact, you might as well throw out the stretch. There's no rule that says you have to wind up.
Just foul. Just outside the man. 39.
I didn't catch any of those games.
High fly ball, deep left field. You can forget about this one. Diaz with home run number 11.
That almost hit the Hammons Field sign.
That was almost 500. That was well over 400. Maybe 450 on that home run from Diaz. Ooh, he launched it.
He put a good swing on that one. Big, strong guy.
More attractions. More recreation. More everything. Come see for yourself and find out more.
AAA, all the ballparks in the country were number 6, and that's a pretty good record.
Great vision by John Q. Hammons to build this field, and then the Cardinals followed up by bringing their AA ball. Meyer with a sacrifice fly and an RBI in that first inning.
It's the best of all worlds for the reason you just mentioned.
There's not a bad seat. I mean, this place holds 7,500. They can stretch it a little bit with some standing room areas and some of the grassy areas and things like that. In fact, they had 10,000 here for the Cardinals earlier this season. But for the most part, 7,500 on hand. And you can't beat the views.
The intimacy is pretty spectacular, isn't it?
It really is.
It's a great design. Great design.
To Hopper to Diaz. He'll step on the bag, and that will be that. Can you stick around for a second?
I can, if
That'd
you'll
be
let
great.
me.
We'd love to have you. Jim Anderson's going to hang around with us here in Springfield in a tie ball game going to the bottom of the third.
The perfect family outing lasts about 9 innings. Springfield Cardinals baseball.
Isn't that picturesque? The Stroll Garden here in beautiful Springfield. And speaking of strolls, some of the kids were out there taking a stroll, and a wonderful promotion. Eddie, this is great stuff.
Man, that brings back a lot of great memories. Just a lot of fun promotional stuff. We've already seen the ice cream eating contest or drinking a milkshake, and just the smile that the kids have on their face and the interaction that they have. And, you know, they maybe get picked out of the crowd and get to go down and participate in something, and it's a lot of fun.
With Andy Bennett, I'm Dave Armstrong, and we're joined by Jim Anderson here in the booth, representative here in Springfield. And Jim, tell us more about Springfield and why it's such a great spot for families to come to visit and to do things like coming here to Hammons Field and then on their way to Branson. It's just a great gateway, isn't it?
David is, and of course I'm biased, but I really think we have that delicate balance between some of the amenities of a major metropolitan area, but we still have the charm and flavor of a small town. And that's a delicate balance that separates us, I think, from a lot of other communities.
Cancel goes after the first pitch, pops it up to Rudy Gomez, the second baseman. One pitch, one away here in the Cardinal third.
My son played baseball. It's just a gorgeous area. Had the privilege of playing Branson Creek Golf Course this morning. Can I say that on air?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Did you get free golf?
No.
Oh, well, then absolutely you can say.
But maybe next time, right, Andy?
Maybe next time. I'll have to talk to Gifford.
That sounds good.
I'll talk to Matt Gifford. He knows everybody down here.
Sean Boyd. Boyd moved from the leadoff spot to the number 9 spot. It's flip-flopped between he and Ryan for the game here tonight. It brings back a lot of memories for me too, Jim. I played tennis at John Brown University in Salem Springs, and I played a lot of these schools here in Springfield. We would make trips and stay for days. Now watch Boyd fly. That one goes into the corner. Stocker digs it out, but a stand-up double here for
we're the largest in terms of community and metropolitan area. Springfield, Massachusetts would probably be a little larger, but we think we're the Springfield. But there are 33, Dave.
How many live in this area now?
The 40-mile radius of where we are tonight is almost 600,000 people. And the area of economic influence is about 1 million people, 27 counties, just under 1 million people. So we've grown a lot.
And 1-1 pitch is waved at and missed. Boy, that was
round ball and a round bat is a tough proposition. I have a lot of respect for the guys that can go up there and do it consistently.
The average person couldn't even make contact on a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. But then when you throw the wrinkles in there on top of that and you mess with their timing and the location, and then all of a sudden it's going 12-6, I have no idea how these guys do it.
It is amazing. I've actually had the privilege of throwing some batting practice. Actually, when I was rehabbing in the year 2000, that's going to get a run in.
Aviles bobbles it. Still in time to get Hansen. Boyd does score on the play.
Good to have you in our community.
2-1 Cards.